anything you need for Halloween. This is Haunted School, and today guys, welcome back to another video on my channel, and this one is going to be a really special one, with it being the first Halloween UK podcast of 2022. This is the first podcast I've done on my channel in a while, probably since 2017 in fact, believe it or not. And in this video I'm going to be joined by two of the other fellow haunters from this community, which are Ominous Haunter and Halloween Dan. And in this video, with it being our first podcast, we're going to do quite a bit of a series of them throughout the season, I think. And in this video, we're going to be going over a bit of an introduction to ourselves to let you guys get to know us a bit, and also a bit of stuff about our haunts and just about our general interest when it gets to spooky vibes and stuff. And we're also going to be going over some of our Costco predictions and what we want to see, and possibly some of the things that we are going to pick up this year for our haunts. So stay tuned for the next part, which I'm going to get these guys on call. So 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Right, okay. So why don't you kick us off, Haunted School, and then you tell us about why you love Halloween and where it all came from for you and why you do what you do.
My interest for Halloween actually has gone pretty far back, but probably I'd say the first thing I can remember that's really made everything like this grow was, strangely enough, when I went to when I was at the store in, I want to say around 2007, 2008, and I saw this life-size butler, the Edwardian butler, which is in stores, and I was very terrified of it back in the time, and I wouldn't go anywhere near it. And but anyway, whilst we were there, we picked up this cauldron candy bowl with a hand in it, and that was the thing that really started off my animated items. It's the first one I owned, and ever since then it's got me looking into the older Gemmy animatronics, and it's just pretty much, I guess that really started my collecting obsession, I guess you can say. But my interest in Halloween actually just comes from trick-or-treating as a kid, and also I've always been into scary stuff. I always used to get scared a lot though as a kid. These sort of like jump scare items, which I guess a lot of people do pretty much. But yeah, I've always been into scary stuff, and I've always been into making people go wow, and this is cool. And that's sort of like what I just want to achieve with my haunt. I've been doing haunts full out haunts since 2016, since I started my channel, and it's just grown to this day really. And I guess that's everything I can really say that started my interest.
Yeah, that's about it.
That's all about it.
Yeah.
But who wants to speak next?
Go on, you go on, man. This one, you go.
Okay. Alright, well, I guess my kind of interest / obsession with Halloween must have started when I was around 7 or 8 years old, and one Halloween we decided to decorate a window, and little did I know this one window would turn into my obsession I have now.
Yeah.
So yeah, well, basically that was the coolest thing for me ever. Like, doing that one window, I all of a sudden fell in love with decorating, and going trick-or-treating was also a highlight of the year. I mean, you do get free sweets. It's basically the best thing ever when you're like a child. So yeah,
Can't do better
after that, I mean, it pretty much just spiraled into a thing I do every day of the year. I mean, there's not been a day since then where I haven't just done something related to Halloween.
That's
I know.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I know exactly where you're coming from. For me, I mean, probably, because I'm a bit older than you guys, I am the oddity in this respect, because for me it was, when I was growing up, Halloween just was not a thing. People just didn't do it at all, at least not where I live. And it was just, and yet there I was, you know, with luckily for me, I had a cousin whose birthday was Halloween. So only for that reason did we as a family do it. We always did a party for Halloween, whereas most people I knew didn't do it. And I just grew up with it, and it just became an absolute obsession. And probably by the time I was a teenager, I was trying to stage my own parties and animatronics and make my own stuff, because there were just so few things available to buy back when I was that sort of age. Me being in the last sort of 10 years or so, that these sorts of things have just exploded on the scene. And I'm like trying now, because like you guys have been doing this for so long, and I'm like now trying to catch up. I'm like, oh my god, I need to get these things. I need these animatronics in my life. You know, I need these amazing props in my life. How have I missed this train? That's like, how have I not got on to this sooner than I already done? So, but yeah, it's a big part of my life. I'm completely and utterly obsessed. So I don't know what you want to go on to next, where we want to move on with the conversation, but I mean, I'll let you two decide where do you want to go with the conversation next.
Well, I mean, there's just so much to discuss.
I know, this is the thing, there's so many things, it's like, where do we start next?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, the thing I'm obsessed about at the minute is what's coming to Costco. That's just playing on my brain.
Yeah,
every day I'm like, where's Costco? Is Costco out yet? Because where is this stuff? I need to see what's coming to Costco.
Every day I'm trying to find stuff.
Yeah, I know. My wife said to me, she was like, what do you want for Father's Day? I was like, I want something from Costco for Halloween.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's getting there. It's pretty obsessive at the minute with me.
Yeah. I guess, what props do you think will be coming to Costco?
I'm hoping, I've just seen a video you put on today on this one about the lunging reaper. I have to say, I'm really, really excited to see if he comes to Costco. I know he has been to Costco before, hasn't he? I'm not wrong in saying that.
Yeah.
So I am kind of hoping, I would love it if he did. I know he's available. It's, where is he coming out this year? He's at...
Horror,
is it Mad About Horror got in this year already? But I don't know. I'd like to see if he came to Costco, because I'm like, their prices are pretty good.
It certainly is possible, though. I think he's about 120. Yeah, he's about 120 quid when he was at Costco.
Yeah, which is pretty epic, really. That's a really good price.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, that's my big wish at the minute. I'm really hoping we do. He comes somewhere. There's just so many. There's so many things I'd love to see come to Costco. I don't know why. I think it's just because I think if Costco have got it, I'm always like, the quality's got to be there. That's just how my brain works. I think the quality's got to be good. And I just think they always keep a really good selection. And if they're keeping it, I'm thinking, yes, it's got to be great. There's got to be no problems with it. I'm not going to have to start rewiring anything. It's got to be epic. But, you know, I don't know. Maybe that's just me.
Something I really hope we can see come to Costco is that Jack Stalker prop. It's something I've been raving over a couple of months now. But it's just all up our alley, really, because it's nothing that's too terrifying. It's something that's made to greet, and I can honestly see it in stores and everything as well.
I'd love to see one actually up close and personal. I mean, I've seen so many videos of him, and I'd just love to be able to physically see him in a store and go, yeah, that's epic. That is really, really good.
Oh, yeah. Because a lot of the seasonal visions props in general are a lot bigger than you would imagine in person. Like I was blown away with how big that Costco Werewolf was in person. Even the Phantom as well.
Yeah.
It's huge.
Right, yeah, well the Phantom, I mean, I couldn't believe it when I knew he was 7 foot, what is it, 7'4", I think he is, or 7'9". I can't remember. So you could be like, yeah, that's pretty big, and then you start building him, and you're like, oh my god, it's enormous. Like he can put his hands on my shoulders. It's like enormous.
I actually never had him up at full height in my haunt last year. He wouldn't fit.
Really?
He wouldn't fit in my house. So
Oh.
I had to take some of the poles off as the scarecrow and put them on the phantom, and just so he can fit.
Oh wow.
Thankfully they're the same size.
Yeah, that's lucky for you there with that one. My God.
Yeah.
No, I was just. Luckily, we've got a relatively big back room with a high ceiling, and I put him up in there, and I was like, oh my, how am I gonna get him out the house? I don't even know. And I was every day I was trying to put him out into my horn outside, depending on the weather. And just like, oh my, trying to get him, maneuver him through my house was absolutely insane. I don't know how I actually did it. And I was like, every day you just hear this clanging and banging and knocking over of lamps as I was like trying to maneuver this huge epic thing through the house. And people would be stood outside my front door watching this ghoul emerge from the through the door. Like, oh my God, what is this I'm seeing?
Oh, that is great.
I think that's
he's pretty awesome.
I think that's another thing. It's a bit off topic from what Costco props can see it, but once neighbours start seeing you put up your decorations and seeing our reactions, it's something else.
Yeah, it's around where I live. It's just there's nobody does anything. Oh, except this. Yeah, we did actually get a neighbour who's great, and I was like, I need to be this person's friend straight away. But it was like. Yeah, no one ever does it, and we've just got new neighbours next door, and I feel like I need to sort of warn them. I feel like I need to go around and say, basically, October, you might as well say goodbye to having a non-full of animatronic sound day. Like, it's just pretty, they just do nothing but go off constantly, so, yeah. That, but no, I think I'll leave it as a surprise. But, I mean, if anyone else got any animatronics they were hoping to see come to store anytime soon, any particular ones in general?
So many.
Well, I'm just looking back at the video I made earlier this year to see what I put. I think one of them that I predicted was the Root of Evil Scarecrow.
Oh yeah.
I feel like that just sort of fits the categories for Costco.
I've got a thing for witch props, though. You've probably seen me say this. Reapers, witches, and ghosty, ghouly, big, like the Wailing Phantom type props. Love anything like that. And I only got the sort of more family-friendly witch from Costco. And I'm like, yeah, I need to see something a bit creepier. I think I need to add a creepy old crone. Like, so I have to say, I would really like to see that servo crone witch come to Costco. I know it's a big ask. I can't see it happening, but I would love it if she did. It would be brilliant.
I think there'll definitely be something with servo motors at Costco this year, at least one prop. I've seen this. I think it's called a ghoul greeter or something. Actually, I'm not sure if that would cut off, but it's this ghoul greeter, and it looks really cool. It's a new seasonal visions prop, and it looks like something that would be out of the Disney's Haunted Mansion, and it'd fit in so great with my haunt with the Costco butler and everything.
Yeah.
Cool. That would be really good. Yeah.
Oh yes, the ghoul greeter, the servo motor.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, that does look like something out of Disney.
The Home Depot stuff this year completely just blew my mind. I love nearly everything. It's bad though, because every year, I mean, this is where I am still really a novice when it comes to animatronics and stuff. I haven't had the interest in it for as long as you guys have. And So everything that ever comes out, I'm like a kid in a candy store, like, oh my god, this is amazing. Oh my god, look at that. I've never seen anything like it. And then I start talking about it in a video, like, have you seen this? Have you actually seen how good this is? And everyone's like, yeah, we've seen this before. we've seen this. This has been out before. And I'm like, oh yeah, sorry, sorry. I just got a bit overexcited.
It's like,
and like the Americans as well, they're always so like blasé about it, like, oh gosh, is it just a Grim Reaper on a boat? Is that all it is? And I'm like, that's amazing. I'm with you, Pete.
Yeah.
It's like Spirit's reveal last year, because it's like Spirit Halloween's reveal last year, because they revealed literally everything at once in one sneak peek with like little snippets of the videos.
Yeah.
I know.
I didn't know what to think. I had to get my thoughts together.
Yeah, I'm quite looking forward to seeing Spirit, because I'm seeing loads of sneak peeks about, well, not sneak peeks, just Spirit kind of sort of showing little snippets, and they seem to be sort of going down the like mad scientist route sort of thing. They keep on like they've like released, is it like a really short clip of like a scientist's or a teacher's chalkboard, and they're trying to give away like little hints of what could we be doing in our theming this year. But yeah, I know they brought out Dr. Alloon, which I think is an epic prop. I really like him. Love Dr. Alloon. It'd be amazing if he ever came to the UK. But I'm interested to see what else they do bring out, because I think that's the theme they're kind of going down this year with. On the side note, I would love to have a store where it was themed like that, where they do a different theme every year and brought out loads of props and animatronics specific to that theme. I think that's so brilliant when they do that for Spirit.
Yeah.
We haven't really seen anything like that in the UK since, I believe Matalan in 2008, they had a full out theme in their store. They had this sort of like this full size Halloween castle. I found some pictures of it a few months back, and it looked amazing. We had the Face Ripper Clown as well from Morbid Enterprises.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So,
this is what I mean. I don't understand. This is where the UK just has to get its game together. Like, why do we not do this? Like, the American stores, obviously they're all over it and always have been. But I just think this just needs to be. Why doesn't Spirit come to the UK? Come on.
Yeah.
Halloween originated over here as well, so.
This is what I mean.
Yeah.
This is like we kind of just let it go. Yeah, you go with it. Go and have fun with it, And now we're like, can we have it back, please?
Yeah.
It's definitely starting to come back though.
Yes, definitely.
If you look at probably early last decade, it was like little to nothing, and ever since probably 2016, we've really seen an improvement. And
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's crazy, really, because it's like I say, when. Like, all right, I'm going to tell you my age. I'm 38. That is old. I know I'm an old man. But, like, when I was growing up, literally all you would see as Halloween stuff is you'd go into a shop and there'd be a little stand with some masks and some witches' fingers on it and some face paint. That's it. Nothing else. And no one had anything. You'd never go to any big shops and find anything. And, like, so... And like in the space of my lifetime, it's gone from that to absolutely. I mean, I still think we have a long way to go, and I'd love to see it get bigger and bigger. But it's just the fact that now we have these options, and you go to even just like Asda and stuff doing what they do. I just think this is. I'm blown away by it every time I ever go into like an Asda at Halloween. I'm like, oh my god, what is that? Let me buy that. I don't need it, but let me get it.
It's cool that that we're getting a lot more online retailers that are getting hold of things from partner agencies or seasonal visions, like the Gravedigger and what's it called, that Jack in the Box that was from Home Depot. Really cool that we're seeing a lot more of that. A few years back we really didn't get anything from places like them, and we're also getting obviously there's pop-up shops as well, especially Deck the Halls and also Halloween house, which I know me and Dominus want to go to quite a bit.
Yeah.
There's some really good ones about right now. I just found that HalloweenCostumes.co.uk, and I was just like blown away by the sheer amount of stuff they had. I was like, why have I not heard of these before? It's crazy.
They've definitely got a really good lineup this year. A lot of it's at really reasonable prices as well.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. I think I'm going to get the jumping spider from them, actually. I'm thinking of getting that in the next week or a couple of weeks or so.
Yeah.
Because I know you both already got the jumping spider, haven't you? You've already got that one.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
You've got that one? Yeah. See what I mean? Way behind the times here. But I was like, been pondering it for months and months, and now I'm like, yeah, no, I've got to get one. Why haven't I done this?
You definitely will get a lot of reactions out of it.
Yeah. That's what I'm looking forward to, because it's like my haunt has always been a kind of more family friendly one because I've got kids and stuff, and I didn't want to completely freak them out. But as they've got a bit older now and they've started to they just kind of see Halloween as an everyday deal anyway now. That my kids have completely 100% just Halloween children now. Nothing kind of phases them. Ella's a bit freaked out still, but Finn just is like, oh great, yeah, another skeleton, that's amazing. Yeah, of course, it's normal to have skeletons hanging about our house all year. So I'm hoping that maybe I can start turning my horn just ever so slightly creepier in the next year or so, just to give it that, and have a few things that sort of pop up and freak people out a little bit, because that's the route I'd really like to go down.
Yeah. Really recommend getting a step pad for jumping spider as well, especially if you have it at your doorstep or something. Hide it under your door mat so no one knows that they're stepping on it, and then for a bit of a surprise.
Pretty cool, to be fair.
Yeah, that is effective.
So, where are you two up to with your horns and general planning of? Have you got your plans in place, or are we way off that sort of point?
I'm currently in the processes of planning it. I've got a few themes in mind. Obviously, the Mad Scientist theme will be coming back because I really want to expand on that this year. I don't know.
Yeah, that is a really cool theme.
It's a big thing to think about. I'm going to do a bit more of a graveyard and go have more life sizes outside as well this year. But yeah, I think for my outdoor hunt as well, or just the entrance to my hunt in general, something I've planned is to make it a bit of a scare zone. Like I'll be having jumping spider at one side, and I'll be having peekaboo penny at the other side.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, every year I'm always trying to I just try to sort of affect the theme I go for a little bit, which is more the graveyard theme. And I've not got to the stage yet, like you guys, where you kind of are bringing stuff into your house and stuff like that, and theming and decorating different parts of your house. I've not reached that stage yet, but it'll get there one day. But the dream would be to have an actual horn for people to walk around, maybe in the back garden or something, where I could actually build a horn with jump scares and things. But right now, I'm just sticking with the front yard horn, and I'll leave it like that.
Yeah, I think another thing I want to expand on as well, I've said it quite a lot before, but I want to get a lot more lighting on my haunt this year. I'm planning to get quite a few floodlights in a couple of months. I'm gonna have them projected onto everything, and because some parts of my haunt has looked a bit dull on the outside bit, but last year I started to put more lights in the bushes. Such as them ones that run on mains, and it looked really good, so lighting is something I really want to go for.
Yeah, that's the same with me really. I just want to sort of, lighting and things it just really makes a horn stand out. It's and up until the last couple of years, I didn't really realise how important it was in a way. I've always just kind of just stuck everything out, and then sort of like last year, I managed to get my hands on some pretty well-priced floodlights that were multicoloured, and it just completely changed the look of the horn. It just made it look absolutely brilliant.
Oh, yeah.
So I've got to get my hands on some more of them this year. I think is the way forward there.
Obviously, music as well, that's another thing I like to have in my horns. You've got to find the right tracks to play and everything. Sometimes I just put general Halloween music on. It's been in some cases, some years. But last year I put a few of Alton Towers soundtracks on, such as 13 and even a bit of Wicker Man. It's not entirely Halloween themed, but Wicker Man's music isn't, but it's definitely got like some vibes about it, which is really creepy.
It's very ominous, isn't it? To be fair, it's very, it's like dark and sort of, that's really cool. That. Have you got your eyes on anything in particular?
As for my horn, I've got the entire thing planned for stuff that I want to do. It's just the question is sort of, am I going to be able to do this with requiring the props that I need? Mm-hmm. So the props I have my eye on, like I mainly want, is mainly number one is the Nightmare Harvester from Morris Costumes.
Okay, yeah, cool.
No, Rotten Harvester, I get his name wrong.
Oh yeah, Rotten, yeah, I know you mean.
Yeah, the one with the small pumpkin.
Yeah.
That one is my number one prop this year. And then hopefully, I also want to acquire the Scorched Scarecrow.
Oh wow, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty epic, to be fair. And then what, you would sort of build your horn around them sort of thing? They would be like the focus kind of thing?
Yeah, so the theme of my haunt this year is going to be scarecrows and harvest.
Okay.
So I'm trying to make the haunted house look as much like a barn as possible. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to have like hay bales hanging and stuff like corn stalks from the ceiling.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Whereas my theme this year, for some reason, I decided I think it'd be a really good idea to build a pirate ship. Yeah, in my brain, I just kind of thought, I do cemetery, and I'm going to carry on with that. What goes with cemetery? I know, pirates. Yeah. It doesn't go with cemetery at all. But I was just like, so I could sort of have a section of my front garden, which was like a sinking pirate ship, and kind of have that on the edge of the graveyard, so it kind of looks like it's washed up against an ancient old graveyard. But how I'm actually going to build a pirate ship, even just the front half of a pirate ship, I haven't fully got together yet. I've done some little sketches and drawings, but the actual physicality of doing it, I haven't figured out yet. So it might not happen. It might be one of them pie in the sky dream things that I just get rid of like last minute or something. But
yeah, it'd be cool if we did see some pirate stuff come to stores as well this year as well.
Yeah,
because we haven't seen anything since 2017 when Astra had the pirates. That would be something I'd highly recommend to put in if you manage to get hold of it.
Yeah, I managed to get, it was 2017 when I actually had, it's a static pirate from Costco, the pirate skeleton. He's like 6 foot.
Oh yeah,
it's the pirate themed static skeleton, and I've just for years I've had him in my prop, just kind of randomly hanging about. Last year I had him in a bucket of glowing water out into the bucket.
Oh nice.
Yeah, but I was like, he needs his own section. Poor old skeleton needs his own like little focal point, I think. So, and I just thought that might be kind of cool. And there's actually some pretty good Pirates of the Caribbean themed stuff on. I've seen actually on that Halloween costume site. Actually, there's some good stuff on there. So. Yeah, possibly go down that road, but I'm not committing myself fully because it might be a bit over the top. I'm not sure.
With that said, that pretty much wraps up this entire podcast, the first episode. I know this one's been quite a messy one. We went through quite a lot of different topics, But I hope you all have sat through and enjoyed. Obviously, this podcast wasn't scripted. We kind of just went off and just had a discussion about Halloween, and that's the cool thing. You don't just have to script stuff like this. It's just generally your opinion. So episode 2 hopefully should be coming soon. I'll make sure to let you guys know on that. But please like this video, leave a comment and subscribe. And until the next video, this is your guide for all things spooky.